Okay.
Well, let's get back onto bridges. So I'm thinking there's some different types of bridges, and I have some pictures. But if yes.
At least I get them through the first week. I don't know about the second.
Yes, it's close to that. You're right. I'm going to grab my paper over here, and then you guys can look up at the board right there. I'm going to draw some pictures.
Okay, thank you.
Postcard? Wait, that's across the bridge.
Okay. So since the projector isn't quite working right now, I'm going to draw some pictures up here. I'm sorry, can I?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Go for it. That's okay.
And you'll have to excuse my art skills. I'm not as good an artist as Mr. Conforti is. But there's different kinds of bridges out there. So the first kind of bridge, I'm going to just say we have a cliff here.
Pull up a chair.
And a cliff here. And let's say there's some water in between these cliffs, okay? And this is what we're trying to get across. So the first kind of bridge we could build is called a beam bridge. A beam bridge. And beam bridges are pretty simple. They're basically just a beam that goes straight across two areas that you need to get to. And sometimes they put supports in between these, like this. What shapes am I drawing right now?
Triangles.
Triangles. Why do you think they make these into triangles?
So will it stay? Because
So it'll
they
stay?
have both sides. Because
Do you think that a triangle is a very strong shape or a very weak shape? Yeah.
a weak shape.
A weak shape?
Well, just something to say.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a bridge that's like that.
Do you have one like this? Does it have triangles in it like that?
See, we have a dog. I live on an island, so when we get off, let's take a bridge.
Oh, yeah, so just like that. So they put triangles in these because triangles are actually a really strong shape. So when they have supports that are shaped like this, they can hold a lot of weight. So, like cars, you could probably put cars across this. It'd have to be secured really well on each side. Even if you just had a board that went across two areas. Have you ever put a board across like a little river or something to walk across?
I have.
That would be an example of a beam bridge, okay? The other kind of bridge you could have, we put another little archway that we have in here, okay, is called an arch bridge. And you remember when Mr. Conforti was talking about how there's bridges that were way back in olden times, they had lots of bridges, like the Romans and the Babylonians and the Greeks. Well, they created these arch bridges, and see how they have these arches underneath them to support them? That's another really strong shape, an arch like this. And that helps support a lot of weight. Yeah?
People make them like for trains too.
For what?
For trains.
Trains, yes, you're right. Have you ever seen a train? Yeah, you see these a lot for trains. They're probably made with bricks or stone sometimes, and they have the bricks going like this across the archways. So that is an arch bridge. And let's see, the other one, this is probably something that you guys might recognize because it is the kind of bridge that we have here that I was talking about. O'Connell Bridge is this kind of bridge. See if I can draw a picture of it. These are kind of hard to draw. Something like this.
Yeah.
That kind of look like O'Connell Bridge a little bit?
Yeah. Any kind of bridge.
So this is called a suspension bridge. Can you guys say that?
Suspension bridge.
Why do you think they call it a suspension bridge? Does anyone know? Yeah.
Because the strings stretch out.
Does strings what?
Stretch out.
They stretch out, yeah, so it's suspended, it's kind of supported by these lines that come down to it. And there's lots of really famous suspension bridges. There's one actually in, has anyone ever been to California? Anyone ever been to San Francisco?
My mom has.
Maybe. There's
Like
a big
Maria.
famous bridge in San Francisco called the Golden Gate Bridge. Has Mr. Conforti been there?
We were reading the story about the earthquake, and they were talking about 1906 when the big earthquake happened. They were talking about the bridge. I can't remember the exact time frame when the bridge was built, when the Golden Gate Bridge was built, but that bridge is built with able to withstand earthquakes and like that. So a suspension bridge, being that it has the wires and things like that holding it up and the poles and whatever, the metal, the steel, is built to withstand a lot of pressure.
That is true. And actually, our bridge here in Sitka, O'Connell Bridge, is an earthquake-proof bridge as well. If you look carefully at O'Connell Bridge, when you drive over it, if you're ever driving over with your parents, you'll notice you're driving, and then you go boom, boom, and then you're deep driving, and then you go boom, boom over these bumps that are on the bridge. Do you guys ever notice that? You'll have to pay attention next time you're driving over the bridge, because there's actually little hinges in the bridge on both sides, right about here and right about here. So if there's an earthquake and these two sides are moving back and forth like this, the bridge will actually move with the earth instead of breaking down into the water. So pretty cool. It's pretty advanced technology. Mr. Conforti.
So like out of those three bridges, which bridge would be the best for the earthquake?
Ooh.
She just explained it.
What do you guys think? Which one will be best for an earthquake?
O'Connell Bridge.
Levi, what do you think?
O'Connell.
O'Connell Bridge, yes, suspension bridge, right? This type of bridge is definitely the best for withstanding